Good evening, ladies of the temple. Welcome, welcome. Excited to be here with you tonight for part 2 of our Healing with the Masters series. So Madame Magdalene is making her presence known this evening, and she's going to have some sacred messages to bring through me for you and for all of us. And bringing in some womb healing. We're going to work a lot with root and sacral chakra. Bringing in the energy of red and gold, yellow and orange. And so grab your journal, grab a pen, a sacred beverage. If you'd like to light a candle, I always light a candle before opening ceremony and circle. Welcome to join us in igniting your candle. And with that lighting of your candle, you may bring in an intention for tonight, something that you would like to be revealed, to be healed, as I like to say, something specific in your life you're wanting some support around. I'm going to be sharing some messages from Magdalene and then take you into a guided journey of healing. Last night we worked with the Navi of Pandora, which was very powerful, and these healings will stay up this week. If you want to catch that first healing that I did last night, working with the beautiful blue people between the realms in another dimension, and ladies reported incredible healing and release from that. Connection to the earth, connection to our bodies, our metaphysical selves. And so tonight we're going to continue with that, as all of this is quantum healing. And we work within the etheric realm, and we bring that into our bodies in a very deep way. And so welcome, welcome. Allowing yourself to land here, become fully present in this moment. We'll go for about 30 to 40 minutes. It's very spirit guided, but that's what I find is about the time frame that we land. And so allowing yourself to be fully present to this experience, to allow for the most potent experience. And so let's just start with a little grounding before I go into sharing some about Magdalene. Deep breath in to allow yourself to land here now. Bring in your presence with your breath into your body, rolling your shoulders back to open up your heart, your high heart, your chest. We all tend to lean forward way too much in our culture, on our computers and our phones and doing all the things. It's important to open and expand your heart center, and also energetically it opens you to receive more. So rolling those shoulders back, elongating your spine, feeling balance in your body as you're seated or perhaps standing. If you're lying, any of those will work fine. And as you do today, we're going to work with the life force of red. Dropping an energetic cord of light from the base of your spine, this time a deep, rich blood red, the red of the Magdalene energy, the red of the Magdalene line, the red of the bright red rose. Dropping that down through the layers of the building, tapping into the crust of the earth and wrapping around the crystalline core of the earth. Feeling that anchoring and presence. Connecting there with the breath for a moment, connecting in with the sacred feminine of the earth, the abundance of the earth, the plenty of the earth, the ever-giving, overflowing life force that is always present for us in the natural world. Breathing in that inner knowing that you have in your body and pulling from last night's teaching, the deep connection to the natural world that we have naturally in our humanness. We are organic beings. We are animals. We come from the wild and we will return to the wild. And so we tap into that energy now, which is the energy of the sacred feminine, the life force of the feminine herself. Breathing all of that in. And now imagining beautiful red and golden light spiraling up that energetic cord, DNA helix in your mind, like masculine and feminine balance. Breathe up that life force up into your root chakra, and as you breathe up, imagining red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, crystalline, silver, and purple above your head, opening up into the cosmos. And as you open your crown to Father Sky, the galactic realm, our star brothers and sisters, the ascended masters, the angelics, the dragons, the winged ones, opening up to receive their blessing as we activate the life force in the earth. Again, red and gold spiraling up. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, silver, crystalline, purple, up and out, imagining all of that blending together into a rainbow, dancing around your auric field, becoming present, bringing you present here and now as you open all of your chakra centers to receive tonight. One last time. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, silver, crystalline, purple, and beyond. And as we become present in this moment, we call in all of our guides, angels, and protectors to surround us, and all the priestesses throughout time that have walked in this wildly mysterious, magical, mystical way, bringing all of our gifts forward, being fully embodied in our physical body temples, allowing ourselves to witness and see that we are the psychics, the mediums, the intuitives, the midwives, the witches that have been called in this time to bring our gifts forward. And tonight we call in the energy of the high priestesses of Isis, the high priestesses of the Magdalene Rose line that the mystic priestess path was birthed out of, to bring the life force of rich red blood to purify our bodies tonight, to bring in healing into our root, our sacral chakras, the place that all things are born from as women in this life, our womb space. We call all of that in, the priestesses of the womb, the priestesses of the red rose, the death doulas, the midwives and doulas that bring in life, and the death doulas that support the passage beyond the realms. Becoming present here and now, bringing your hands to your womb space as we open Sacred Circle tonight. Imagining beautiful blood red pulsating throughout your body. O ola sate e keshisi. Solo oya saka ayasahe. He la satraitsi ka olol opoi sikii. Open your heart to receive the healing light language and mantra of the stars, of the heavens, and of the earth. Solo oloya akai. Keep your hands on your womb. Shi isi tia la sotoi la ayakahai. Se he le e tipito lolo koiki. Shitsi ki la ayakase e sikisi shisi. So the beings that are here to help us tonight are sharing. It's time to release the wounding in your wombs, dear ones. This is the space of all creation in your life. And if there's stagnant energy or disbelief, shame, trauma, it's time to let it go. And it can be easy. It does not have to be painful. You don't need to relive it again. Solo o loya ka I say, shiti sitia satot lopoi, so oe kasa I shisitia, troso lopokoi, I la ka a se e shisiti po o la asate isi. Breathing that in, allowing yourself to become present here and now. And opening your eyes as you're ready. Magdalene said we needed some grounding before I even started talking tonight. So welcome, ladies. If you've joined us since we started, grab your journal, a pen, a sacred beverage. Plan for about 30 or so minutes for this full healing experience tonight. That was just our opening circle. So we have set sacred space, we've called in all of our guides, angels, and protectors, we've grounded ourselves into the core of the earth, we've opened our chakras to receive. And so if you weren't present for that, just know it's happened because you're here now. So welcome. Welcome, new ladies, to the temple. We have lots of new women joining us right now. I'm part of a modern day priestess summit, and I think my interview went live today. And so we have new women joining us. Welcome, ladies from around the world. So excited and honored to have you here as we grow. Our community is growing internationally. So many women that are awakening are finding the priestess path. And so why the priestess path? Why Magdalene? Why Yeshua? Why a healing series? So many questions to answer. And so I'll start with a little personal story of when Magdalene came to me years ago as I was just starting to peer into the priestess path. She came to me through books and movies and stories and dreams, daydreams and night dreams and whispers in the forest. I could feel her presence. I knew that she was there, and there was something there for me to discover, to awaken to remember. And this is before I found my first initiatory path of the priestess. And when she came to me, she also shared that there's deep healing that needs to unfold, not only in your womb and your body temple and around the sacred feminine, but there's sacred knowledge that you're meant to bring through that the world is now ready for. That many of us are finding the priestess path again. We're finding the path of the rose. We're finding the path of the Magdalene rose line. We're finding the path of awakening to the sacred feminine knowledge that's been within us our whole lives and for generations past, that was passed down within our DNA, within our genetic memory of the way of the priestess, the way of the midwife, the way of the healer, the way of the one that came to be of service to the divine, to be of service to the planet and the people by utilizing our spiritual gifts in this modern time. And she said that the way of the priestess and of the sacred feminine has been lost. The connection to the earth, to connection to our body temples, the connection to each other in sacred circle has been lost. We've had to hide, and it's time that the hiding ceases. The great hiding is over. It's time to bring our gifts out to the next level. It's time to be seen again. It's now safe to be seen again. It's safe to bring your gifts forward. And she started to transmit this information and knowledge to me. And I started to lead Magdalene circles to share this sacred knowledge at my healing center in Charlotte at the time, years ago. It's actually before we had our healing center. Yeah, it was years before that. And what she shared with me resonated on such a deep level. I knew it to be truth. This was not something that I learned or even read in a book. It was transmitting through her, from her, through me. And as she spoke, it was awakening this sacred knowledge within me. And she said that this can be a path, this can be a lonely path at first until you start to find each other again. And I found the first initiatory path of the priestess, and that started to awaken all this sacred knowledge. And I discovered through that there were many parts that were missing in my own experience of training that I needed desperately to feel the connection of Sacred Circle beyond the realms. This was before Facebook, before Zoom webinars. There was no in-between session. It was see each other once and then be shot out into the world and try to live as awakened woman with no support. It didn't work well for me. And so in my asking on my knees, I need help to figure out, like, I get what you're saying, and where is my tribe? Where are my people? And so I was told, it's time to teach this work. You will be shown. You will find each other again. And in your finding each other again, this sacred knowledge of this sacred feminine, of the priestess path, will reawaken within you again. It's in meeting each other that it literally unlocks, whether we meet virtually or in person. It happens either way. And she also shared that through awakening this sacred knowledge within you, especially being born in the South, that's heavily indoctrinated with strong Christian belief systems that didn't work for me growing up. I was always searching for another way. I was searching for the sacred feminine, and I didn't see a place for her anywhere. And so Magdalene was also sharing that it's time to heal that wound because you've thrown out all the sacred knowledge because of the experience growing up. And so it's through her that I healed my relationship to Yeshua the Christ, her beloved partner. And so it's through the feminine that I was able to then heal the masculine, to balance the two within myself, which was the second path, the high priestess path, which was a union of the masculine and feminine, a Christed Magdalene path. And so Magdalene was a high priestess of Isis. She was a high initiative, the high alchemical arts of Egypt, ancient Egypt. She studied for decades in the mystery schools. She was identified as a priestess very early on. It was shown in the stars, as it was at that time, in the language they would use. It's still shown in the stars, by the way. When you're called to the priestess path, you were also aligned when you were born, that eventually you would find your way here when you were ready. Even if you were afraid, even if you didn't know what it looked like, you would be called. So many of you here are being called. And so she studied in the mystery schools as a young person. And she knew that it was her divine destiny to meet Yeshua the Christ, and together they would birth the Christed light path, which became Christianity, which is what we now know today in its many, many, many different forms. And she said all of that needed to occur. All of that needed to happen to get you where you are in your evolutionary path as humans now. It's time for a new way. It's time for the new way to be born, the new path of the priestess being born now, in a way that we've never seen on the planet before, because we are in unique times that we've never been in before. And so the time that's being birthed now, as we awaken as women leaders, we are feeling the soul calling to find our tribe, to figure out why we're here, and to take divine right action in alignment with that deeper purpose. Learning how to hone our skills of psychic abilities and intuition and empathic abilities, learning how to work with the cycles and seasons of the earth, learning how to heal our hearts and our bodies and our minds to follow the path of the priestess in the right way at these times. And we're all being called to some degree. And so from that whole experience, I kept following guidance. Show me how, show me when, show me what to teach. And that has led me to 6 years later now facilitating the Mystic Priestess Path, which was the way it was meant to be birthed through me. And she said, again, many will be called and they will take the work and bring it into the world in their unique way, in your unique blueprint, because you were born with your specific life experiences to mold you into the perfect person to share the medicine you came here to share with the people that you're here to share it with. She says competition doesn't even exist because there's no one but you. There's no other you. And so when you bring your gifts into the world, you'll bring them through in the way that's unique to you, which has absolutely become true for me. And so what you'll experience tonight is one of many, many, many guided processes that these ascended masters have shown me to guide you through, that I also experience healing from when I facilitate them, that will take you into the womb, the space within the physical womb body where we birth all ideas from, to receive healing. And so one more piece about Magdalene and Yeshua's journey, they knew that was part of their karmic path to meet and come together to be divine partners. And Yeshua could not have done what he did without her. And she knew that when she joined him, that her way would be, in a sense, pushed aside because people could only hear a man at that time in the way that they heard Yeshua. And she knew that her medicine would come through him. She was a prophetess in her own right, and she carried on the ministry after he passed in South France. And it's said that she lived in caves carrying on her ministry. We will be doing some cave womb healing tonight. And so tonight is an opportunity to welcome in potentially a new story. Felicitas. Hi, sister. I was with Felicitas in some caves in South France. How cool that you're here. Oh, so nice to see you, sister. Hi, Goddess Beth. Got some priestesses on the line. I'm on my phone tonight, so I can't actually see who else is joining unless you drop a little comment. So drop a comment. I would love to know who's joining us and where you're joining from. So yes, I was in the sacred Magdalene caves of South France years ago. One of my sisters is on the line from South America right now. And that was definitely a divine union, a coming together of those of us that have been together before. It was powerful mojo. And I may be leading a priestess retreat there again, so keep your eyes open for that. It's been a couple years and starting to feel that energy come back. Hi, Natasha. I think Elizabeth's on too. So why caves? So when I led the priestess initiation this round, we did some really powerful healing within the caves. Caves are the womb of the Great Mother. Caves are available for us as a literal and metaphorical experience of going back into the womb. Going back into the experience of allowing, trusting, and surrendering, because all of us have wounding around the mother. All of us have wounding around our mothers. All of us have wounding around being mothers, because we're born into a society that doesn't support a healthy relationship with mothers, with the mother, with the earth mother, with our body temples, with the sacred feminine. This is all things that we're up to healing right now, and we're doing it together in collective. Because when we do it together in powerful collectives, priestess collectives, temples, we are remembering the old ways, and we are recognizing that we are not alone. We're never alone. We've been doing it alone for a long time, and it's no longer working for us anymore. It's time to come back together, because it is in the coming together that we remember who we really are within the reflection of our sisters. Deep breath in. So go ahead and bring to mind with your journal, what would you like to welcome in as your intention for tonight's healing? It could simply just be womb healing. And if there's something specific, physically, emotionally, spiritually, that you know you, not to use the word need, but are feeling drawn to heal, this is your opportunity to bring that intention into your mind and your heart right now, and feel free to go ahead and write that down. And so the healing will be for general healing, and I'm guided in the moment around specifics. And I've already seen in my communion with the woods and Magdalene preparing for tonight what part of that will be. And so let's go ahead and prepare to receive the healing. And there may be some more messages that come through afterwards, and that's enough of talking for now. Putting on my High Priestess blend. So if you don't know this gorgeous apothecary, this is one of my priestesses that birthed this. I'll have to share the link with you below. Anna Ray, gorgeous apothecary roll-ons that she made them specifically for the priestess path. She's now sharing them. And she is a high priestess in our lineage line, also part of Team Priestess, a gorgeous woman that birthed the apothecary going through level 1. So welcome. All right, time for some healing. Going to bring the drum out again tonight. It was very powerful to experience that last night. So if you have a specific intention around the healing tonight, go ahead and bring that to mind. And then get comfortable where you're seated or lying, and allow your eyes to close. And Natasha, if you could just confirm that the sound is good on your end, I would really appreciate that. I'm on my phone, so it may be hearing sound differently. Or anyone else that just heard me say that. Okay, thank you. I always like confirmation because we never know. Thank you. Deep breaths, ladies. I'll be chanting tonight. I'll be using light language, guided process. Thank you, Cindy. Team Priestess is on the line. Welcoming the energy of trust and allowing tonight. Healing can be done with ease. Healing can be done with joy. We call on the energy of White Buffalo Calf Woman tonight. We call in the energy of the big black buffalo. We call on the energy of the black snake and the white snake and the brown bear and the hawk and the owl. Deep breath again, allowing stress, worry, and concern to fall away. Yala oya kalaka hilo koya se. Hiolakaya ko oila kia kaya se. Hiolakaya ka ela toila kaya se. Hialokoya kalaya sila koya se. Hiolakela kaya oila kaya se. Hilakaya oya kaya ilakaya kaya se la toya e ele ikitsa toya akaya. Tika siki lakaya oila kaya kaya se. So you find yourself walking in a sacred grove, a big beautiful forest, as my priestesses know well, walking barefoot on soft moss. We're under the energy of the pink full moon through this healing process, the energy of Beltane, which we're preparing for this weekend with our retreat, which you ladies are all invited to, by the way. We're in the portal of balance, of healing, of allowing and trusting full emotional expression with ease and grace. Allow yourself to release tonight what's no longer serving you as you walk in the sacred grove towards your cave. Hilakaye eke ese achaitsaye. Tropsila ayakatse eleakasaya ke se ay kiakaisai la kisika lakaya kasato lakaya se akase. Walking through this forest, feel the evening on your skin, the warmth of springtime birthing. Notice what you're wearing. Notice if any other animals that show up besides the ones I called in as your animal totems and guides. Ikalake ikelaya seakase. Ikalake yasatulo koyakase. Sikilikia aike selekayai. Hiki isi iti ipikala kasaya. And you start to feel the presence of your cave, the one you're meant to go into for this Magdalene healing. And you turn and start to walk towards it as you notice Magdalene dressed in red with a hooded cape waiting for you, with her radiant heart surrounded in gold, with her arms open. You come to the edge of the cave and you feel the power of what's getting ready to unfold as you release and let go to allow in more of your authenticity, your sexual authenticity, your creative authenticity, your spiritual authenticity, as it's time to be fully embodied in this time to bring your gifts forward. So you feel all of that as you stand at the edge of the cave. And she has a message for you before you go in. As you turn towards her and you lock eyes and you feel the power, the Magdalene power and presence of a high initiate of the alchemical Egyptian arts, a high priestess of Isis, the beloved of Yeshua the Christ, here for you. she puts a hand on your heart and holds your other hand in her hand, she shares a message with you. Do not be afraid, beloved. We have you. All the initiates of this path have been through this. Allow us to support you. Allow us to heal you. Surrender. Feel the message in your heart reverberate throughout your body. Then you both turn towards the mouth of the cave, and she welcomes you in. And you start to slowly walk down. The way is lit by red candlelight. And there's a fire inside. And there's a circle of priestesses, all in red, waiting for you. It's a big cave. And you land at the bottom, and it opens up to a big circle. And there's a seat just for you. The ladies are all standing, and they welcome you in. And you have a seat. And you open your left palm to the sky and your right palm down to the earth. And you extend your arms out and hold the hands of your Magdalene sisters. And you slowly look around the circle. In their eyes, full of compassion, passion, embodied presence, sexual fire, creative life force. And you feel a golden and red thread ignite in your heart with their presence, spiraling down your arms, igniting a spiral in your hands, and feel that connection throughout the circle. And then you all stand and you walk to a separate circle, and you're at the center. And Magdalene is with you in the center. And she places her hands, she's behind you, and places one hand on your heart, one hand on your womb. Feel all the sisters come in and place their hands all around you, different parts of your body. Their hands are on each other's bodies, igniting. The red and gold thread now becomes a flame in their hearts. And they ask, beloved, what are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to release? It's time to release the shame, the guilt, the disbelief, the doubt. It's time to heal your lineage line of all the women that have come before you. It's time to open to receive the next level of your expression and expansion in this life, and this must be healed. Notice a portal of light open in the top of the cave, way up high above, to to release, transmute, and clear what you're going to release now, feeling supported by these amazing women in the presence of Magdalene. Feeling the red life force pulse through your body, through their hands. They say you're here for something important. It's time to step up and in. It's time to let go. You don't have to carry this weight any longer. And you imagine a big ball of color that you choose that represents what you're releasing. Feel that in your womb space start to form all of the past belief systems and thoughts of less than, of unworthiness, of not enoughness, of codependency, of I can't make it alone, of neediness, of scarcity, of victimhood. Put all of that into that ball of color that you choose that represents putting it all in there. Now taking your hands and physically grabbing that ball of energy as it now passes out of your womb into your hands. And you raise it above your head. And we're going to do 3 sounds, whatever sound feels right to you, to release it as you're being supported by these powerful Magdalens. And on the release, it will go out that portal of light. Deep breath in. Second breath, let it go. Third breath, full release. And if you want to scream it out, go for it. Letting it go up into that portal of light. Release. Breathing in the release, feeling the void in your womb, feeling letting it go, feeling the presence of these Magdalens, feeling the flames beside you, transmuting and clearing back into divine love, to transmute back into life force for good. Now imagining and feeling, and you can do this with your physical body, expanding your arms and your legs. We're now going to feel the purification of the blood life force coming from the earth to purify your body and to replace that space in your womb, still feeling the presence of the Magdalene hands on your physical body, the color of red now pouring from the core of the earth up through your body channel. So 3 breaths, we're going to fill your body back up with that life force. Deep breath in, imagining from the core of the earth, bright red. Red and gold, clearing, opening, receiving all of that divine life force to replace. Time, beautiful red and gold, feeling that womb space again from the core of the earth and your Magdalene sisters' hands. Now bring your hands to your body, one on your womb, one on your heart, where Magdalene's hands are. Now Now feel the Magdalene step back in sacred circle around you. And we imagine the fire purifying their energy bodies to fully let go of everything that was just released as fire dances in their auric fields. As you stand anchored at the center of the circle, breathing in this energy, this presence, this knowing. And then you go back to your sacred circle around the fire to seal it in. Everyone taking their seat on your throne, feeling the visceral difference in your body. This time you put palm to palm in the circle with hands up by your sides, flattened palms. And you look around the circle. And this time when you connect with your sisters, they say, "Welcome home, my sister. I see you. Welcome back. I know you. Welcome back. I am you." As you receive that recognition all the way around the circle, feel the presence and knowing. You then bring your hands to prayer center at your heart in gratitude and bowing to each one of the sisters and Magdalene there as well, as she is behind you. And after your acknowledgement, you stand and you turn towards her. And she extends her arm to walk out of the cave, and she follows you out. And in gratitude to your sisters, they say, "You can come back here, sister, anytime. We're here for you. We love you. We see you. We are you. This is a safe space you can always return to." As you walk up the steps, you feel the coolness of the night air starting to move in, with Magdalene walking behind you. You get to the front of the cave and you're met with your animal totems and guides and ascended masters and spirit guides that are always with you. They're there as they've been holding space the whole time at the mouth of the cave. And you turn towards Magdalene in deep gratitude and thanksgiving as you hug heart to heart. You feel her powerful presence. Feel the sacredness of her. And any last words she has to share with you, she shares now. And she's so proud of you for showing up, for being the one. And then as she shares those sacred messages, she disappears into you as you. Beautiful red and gold starlight dancing in your DNA, your body, your bones, your blood as you. She says, "Yes, beloved, I am you." She is we, I am we, I am she, you are she. We're all connected. And as you finish your time at the mouth of the cave in gratitude for all of your animal totems and guides and spirit helpers, with hands over your heart, and as you're ready, coming back into this time and space, into this body now, with a deep breath in And as you're ready, opening your eyes. Welcome back. How are you doing? My priestesses on the line that were just initiated got to experience a part of that at our initiation in their own way. That's the first time we've done a Magdalene healing in the cave. Very special. Thank you for showing up to be part of our collective tonight. I love to hear in the comments how that was for you, and journal out your experience. Anything that came to you, Spirit communicates with us through signs, signals, and clues. And all the things that you experienced had a key to an aspect of who you are. And so this is part 2 of 3 of our 3-part Healing with the Masters series. We're preparing for a powerful Beltane retreat this Saturday. If you've not signed up to join us, we're offering an incredible scholarship for as many women to join as possible on strong spirit guidance. It's going to be a powerful 5-hour immersive experience, priestess activation. It's going to be a lot of this type of experience magnified, and we'll be through Zoom, so we'll be able to connect, see each other, learn where everyone's coming from, share what's opening up for you at this time, receive personal guidance from me. And it's very experiential. We'll be journaling, guided processes, dance, movement, connection. It's going to be very activating and awakening. Definitely clear your calendar to join us. This is only the 2nd time this year and the only time I've ever done this sort of thing. So it's really an incredible opportunity to get an immersive experience of the Priestess Path. So I'll drop that link here below. It's on the page. We're putting it under every post right now, so you can make sure to learn more about it, to join us. We have an incredible group coming of initiated priestesses, priestesses that have just jumped in the 2-month course, past priestesses that have been initiated for years, integrating this work in the world. Lots of spiritual badassery will be there for sure. Yes, same here, Cindy. I saw us all around the fire. It was so beautiful. Great to connect with you again too, Felicitas. Let's connect more. And is it Ariel? Ariel Coral, I believe it is. I think you're joining us Saturday. I saw your registration come through. So excited to meet you and get to know you. Some of our priestesses will be joining us too. So join us tomorrow night for Healing with Yeshua the Christ. And so this will be some powerful masculine presence to seal out our experience. We started with the Navi last night, which is a very powerful earth healing. Tonight, Magdalene with the sacred feminine in the caves, and tomorrow, Yeshua. Lots of golden life force energy will seal in, very angelic presence and a sense of holding and protection. So that will seal out this 3-part series in preparation for Saturday. So excited for all of it. Amazing to be here with you. I look forward to hearing in the comments what you received. Have a beautiful night. Go out and get yourself on the earth. Lie down if you can to integrate this experience. Drink lots of water and rest well. Perhaps a healing bath tonight with Epsom salts, essential oils is really good. I do all those things before and after these healings, and allow this to integrate and notice the shifts and changes in your awareness and your decision making and your ability to recognize what is right for you and not after these healings, because that's how we experience the shift and change inside. All right, got some womb priestesses and sexual temple priestesses on the line too. Hi, Elizabeth. Great to see you all, and good night for now. Ta-ta.